Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails, a new player's account story. I've already said that once, but as you'll find out, I actually decided I didn't actually go through the guild store section. This is very important, and so I am front loading it on this account. Even though I've already recorded the rest of the video. So we're not going to take a long time, but you guys are probably wondering, once you have a 7-star Zeb, what are you spending all of your currency on? Because you're getting a ton of currency from all these raids and everything. You can buy characters. Characters are probably the most important investment at this point. You need those shards. You need to get 7-star characters as much as possible. But otherwise, you're still buying gear. There wasn't a lot of really worthwhile gear here. Frankly, like, this isn't a good piece of gear. Eventually, we're going to be able to get that from challenges pretty soon. So we're going to hold off on this, but otherwise, you can buy these hollow projectors. You're going to need a lot of them. And then Carbanti are a little less awesome of a deal, but they're also probably worthwhile. Otherwise, you want to be buying character shards. And I will have an infographic up shortly about which characters you want to be farming right now. All of these characters eventually need to be up to 7 stars. But right now, there's nothing that we want right now. So we want Ewoks, we want Old Ben, there's Farm Boy Luke, a few others that are going to be good investments here. I will have an infographic out for it on my Discord server. If you click on the video description below, I'm going to there's a link to the Discord server. On the bottom of the Discord server there is a new player account guide, a new player guide. There's a section called infographics, and so I'll have an infographic about what things to be farming during this like phase 1 stage of our account. And yeah, just check that out. And otherwise, I think I'm gonna let you go. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails, a new player account story. I always forget how the intro is supposed to work here, guys, so you have to bear with me, sorry. This is week 6 of our new player account, and we've just leveled up to 71. Yes, indeed, it's quite exciting. 71 actually gets us nothing at all new, as far as I know. But we do get a bunch of energy, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit about how I approach a new level. We're going to start spreading out our leveling. It's already taking about 2 days to level at this point, which is just fine, honestly. We're not in a huge rush. We've got to meet some of our goals. So I always click these things. I'm not really trying to get these feats right away. I mean, some of them are nice. It's nice to get shards and all of that. But really, the quests will come eventually. So, I did want to. I still have mods here. I'm going to do mods here again. We're going to do some ship battles because some people were asking how to use the ships. So we're going to use Home 1 a little bit today. I'm going to show you guys how putting mods on characters can affect ships, and it's going to be a good time today, folks. It's going to be a good time. So, I've done most of my dailies. Now, one of the things that I like to do, like you see, I'm arena rank 928, and if you click on the prizes here, you see that that's top 1,000. It's nice because you get an extra 100 of the squad arena tokens here. You get a couple more crystals. It's not that huge. A couple more credits, which is even less huge. But this is a nice little step up, and frankly, this is about where we need to stay. I know that sounds like we're totally underachieving, like only top 1,000. But if we can do that, then we can do fun things like this. We just click into this fight here, and in just a minute, once it loads, we just click forfeit. I know that seems totally like the antithesis of what I like to do. I like to prevail. I like to win. But really, who cares if we're rank number 800 something or rank 900 something? Really doesn't matter that much. So we've got that, and now we have less stress in our lives because now our squad arena feat is done. We'll have the mods in just a minute, and don't worry, it's driving my OCD crazy as well. But what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna show you guys ships real quick. One thing I wanted to point out, folks, and this is something a lot of people start feeling frustrated about eventually. You see the shipbuilding materials. I've already told you guys, like, don't stress about these rewards. You see I got 2 stars on it. That's not enough to sim it. The fact is we're not getting enough extra rewards that it matters at all. If you're pulling your hair out, just wait till your fleet is stronger. Hit the sim button down here and collect your 80k instead of 100k. Really doesn't make a huge difference. Like, you're doing it twice every week, or maybe, I guess you're doing it 6 times a week. It's really like 120k extra is just really not enough to stress yourselves out about. So please do not. Fleet Arena. Now, our goal here, we really need to get into this top 50 eventually. The extra currency is nice, but the really important thing is we'll start getting crystals. And eventually, that's going to be our big income for this account. We need as many crystals as we can. Eventually, we'll be able to get the top spot if we want to put enough time and effort into it. I frankly don't care about that nearly as much as I probably should, but we'll have a fleet that's capable of it at least. So for now, though, we're going to have to work from behind by quite a bit. A lot of these guys have spent money on the hyperdrive bundle. We have not. So I need to find a fleet that is actually worth something here, or that's worth fighting at all. We can try this one. I don't know. The thing is, I have been putting a lot of investment into this fleet, but not. I don't know. It's still not super strong. So, as you can see, the Phantom. We almost have another star level here. We almost have. Like Ghost. We're halfway there. The biggest thing here is we have gear. Gear 8 on Sabine, on Hera and Zeb. We're starting to do some actual real damage with this ship, and I've been trying to keep this ship as leveled as possible. So got it to level 71, great, and we can move on. Now we can, if we want to, upgrade our characters a little bit. That costs quite a few credits, and we're really on a huge credit crunch right now. So what we really want to be looking at instead, I'm going to be working on mods tonight. I don't want to be handicapped by the number of credits we have, so I'm going to leave my characters there. If we do increase our character level, it does increase our ship stats, so we do want to increase our character level, of course. But not at the expense of some mods and stuff. One thing I did want to show you guys, though, now this is gonna have a, well, let's not even use the Phantom 2 as an example, because the results are just not very good. So we have Biggs here. Biggs has some okay mods like the 3 dot, 4 dot. We need to get them all to 5 eventually. The thing I want to point out, though, let's just look at stats. So let's just take health. So we're at 30,372. So that's how much health we have, 30,372. If we change out a mod, let's just find, I hope we have one that's, okay, perfect. I mean, that one's pretty good. I don't know, like, okay, fine, we'll give him this, because it has 11 speed. That's nice, but defense primary is not great on a cross. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to assign it, replacing 5 dot with, or replacing the 3 dot with a 5 dot. Makes his speed a little better, which obviously speed is the thing we want to be focused on a lot, or a thing we want to be focused on a lot. And now, that's going to increase our stats a little bit here at least. So what, it was 30,000, 372, something like that. So we gained about 300 hit points. Now that's not a huge amount. The thing is, we're only a 3-star ship. Once we start hitting the higher multipliers, you can see the upgrade multiplier is 1 times 1, or 1.1 times. Eventually, it's going to, every star that we gain on the ship itself is going to increase the amount of impact that each of these mods have and each of these things. And so if you think about, like right now, we only gained 300 from that step up. Maybe not totally worth it in the long term, or in the short term, but once we increase our star level on the ship itself, it's really going to exponentially increase. So mods do matter quite a bit, especially because ships is a game of pretty small margins. So as we increase our fleet power, our star level, those mods are going to be more and more impactful. So I would recommend starting to put 5-dot mods on your pilots, even if it's expensive. So let's try this fight. This is a really tricky one because if we hit the ghost, then the phantom will taunt and the ghost will, and then we can't even hurt the phantom because they do foresight. So what we're gonna do first let's shoot with our TIE fighter, get that foresight up. So if they do an AOE, it gives our capital ship some turn meter. And now I really like to do this AOE so we can start it on refresh soon. Okay, so now we've got an AOE. What we want to do here, we'll have the AOE from the ship, which won't do much damage anyways. Well, that will take care of the foresight, which makes us miss, and then it'll call a couple to assist, and we might get some substantial damage onto the phantom here. So let's do ignore the phantom again for a little bit. Okay, so their Akbar is going to heal a little bit. That's fine, I suppose. We're just still going to work on this. Now we'll do the big debuff. Sweet. There's foresight, or there's expose, so we did a little extra damage there. And now we can get in our phantom, which is a great reinforcement. Take out this Kylo ship. And now they have a taunter. Okay, so our Biggs is just about dead. We're going to heal him a little bit. We need to get our capital ship up a little bit so we're healing more. Okay, so let's get target lock on a couple characters. Now call these big assist with Biggs. And again, we get our AoE here, which is not... Oh, let's see, this isn't the AoE. This is the targeted one. So what I do, I think that at this level, it always calls... Yeah, so... the ghost and one target other ally, and then I believe, oh yeah, and then it calls 2 rebel allies to assist as well. Oh, let's see, ghost and target other ally gains stealth for 2 turns, then call target ally and 2 rebel allies to assist. So we already have a bunch of rebels, so we're going to call the TIE fighter to assist here. We do way less damage, so we don't actually kill anything, but Phantom is relatively exposed. Now, a lot of times you want to bring in an extra reinforcement. Right now, we have a target of opportunity. Let's take out the Phantom. And now, we can work on the Ghost. First, let's just take out this Clone Sergeant, because they're close to dead, and they can be a really big pain in the ass. And try to regain a lot of stats, healing, health, protection, whatever. So let's bring in our final ship here. We'll call an assist. Ghost is the one that's doing the most damage, so we'll call the assist with Ghost here. One thing to remember though, if you wanted Biggs to live, we don't really care at this point. You could call Biggs to assist, and that would actually increase his health and protection because Akbar does that for anyone who attacks out of turn. Akbar heals them. We do care about Biggs a little bit, but not enough to like we wanted to make sure that that character was dead. Now, one reason to be cognizant of how fast your speed is on your ships, which means your gear levels and your star levels, all like basically your character upgrades, is you get your ship ultimate a lot faster. So I'm kind of in the habit of calling TIE Fighter to assist here. I think that at this point, having the Ghost shoot instead or assist is probably the better course of action. But one way or another, we got the win pretty conclusively here, just by having a little bit faster ships, a little bit better, and obviously we didn't jump that high. It's just going to take a while to finally catch up to the guys with Hyperdrive Bundle, unfortunately, but we're still in a fine place, frankly. So, one thing I would do want to point out, I was able to, at this level, just earlier today, I finally got 3 stars on Slave 1. This is a really good place to be. The next mission is pretty tough to beat. We can try it here, though. We'll try the same fleet and just see. This is throwing away 20 energy, though, so we don't want to try it too often. I tried it once a couple days ago. Didn't work. Wasn't really that close. I have a feeling it's going to be the same, but let's just try it and find out. So, let's start by targeting this this Death Trooper ship, whatever it's called, Gauntlet, I believe. Just because they have a lot of really great abilities that happen at once one of their ships dies, and we don't want to give them any bonuses for killing them. So we'll kill him first, therefore negating all of the abilities. The Gauntlet healed him. That's unfortunate. We'll take in the Phantom, and we'll do a big hit if we can. See if we can just finish off the Gauntlet. Perfect. Now we'll do all of the suite of debuffs. Hopefully their reinforcement doesn't negate that. It kind of does because it's taunting and we can't take advantage of the force, or not the foresight, the expose here. Okay, so Biggs is already gone. That is really too bad. Well, we can't call ourselves to assist. So they're starting to do too much damage, frankly. Okay, let's hit the Gauntlet while we can still get that exposed damage. And pretty soon we need to try taking out Slave 1. Now here's a trick I like to use. Normally, if I wasn't in stealth on my TIE Fighter, I could shoot this shot at him. I'd gain foresight. He would counterattack on me, and then I'd dodge, and then that would feed turn meter to home 1. I don't have that right now because I'm in stealth, so he wouldn't hit me back. So we're not going to do it, but that is something that you can do, kind of a trick. As it is, he did his AoE, but it didn't try to hit us. So unfortunate there as well. Let's do an AoE here, see if we can finish off Slave 1. We need to take him out quick or he'll do his AoE, which is pretty devastating. Do an AoE here because it's the strongest attack the Ghost has. And alright, so we're on the brink here, guys. Now, watch how this heals the Ghost because we're calling him to assist. It's pretty nice. Got to get a little bit of healing going. And now, okay, phew, we didn't quite die. Oh, now we did. That's not fun, because now we don't get, regardless, we won't get multiple stars for that. So, TIE Fighter's almost dead. So let's call the Phantom, or the Ghost here. Okay, so we could try this trick here on Darth Vader, but he never misses. Well, maybe at this level he does. I forget. Let's just find out for science. Yeah, see, he always hits, even through foresight. So let's take out their TIE Fighter instead, because we don't want Vader to kill us on counterattacks. And if we can kill him here, then we'll be super close. Alright, let's get that expose on. Looks like maybe we get the win here, and we can try advancing to the next one, which is very important in our Jedi farms. So 2 stars, we can't sim it. Doesn't really matter, because Biston's U-Wing is not something we're going to be targeting for a while, for a very long while. Now, Bastila, we could, if we can beat this, then we can double farm Bastila, which is huge. We can, that will be huge. So let's try that, and then we'll cut to mods after that. But you guys wanted to see some action with ships. I wanted to show you guys. Oh, that's no good. He dodged right away. That's so rare. 2% chance of dodging. Stupid. So Gauntlet is a little tankier. Unfortunately, it would be nice to try targeting Vader's tie first, but there we go. We got him. Now we'll try taking out Vader's tie as soon as we can. Looks like Biggs has other plans, of course. We can get the Phantom in. Now, I think this will cause Biggs to taunt, because he taunts whenever we get target lock on, and this target lock is automatic. Yep, so Biggs is taunting now. It would be nice to get through this with only one loss, because that would actually get us to the promised land, so to speak. I don't know if we can make that happen, though. Frankly, Biggs is going to die. Someone else will probably die. TIE Fighter is not looking great right now. But we'll keep on trucking because we paid the energy to do it. So let's actually heal the TIE Fighter right now. We want to get those debuffs off. And then, since we're stealthed, he can't hit us back. Okay, we got rid of Biggs. Perfect. Now, if our Biggs dies, that's fine, frankly. As long as we only lose one ship. Okay, let's do an AoE. See if we can try taking out... We need to take out Vader's ship if possible. Okay, so Biggs is gone. Our one reinforcement is gone. We'll do the AoE from Ghost. Good, they missed one time. Our TIE Fighter's not doing great. Luckily, they targeted Ghost there. Alright. I think we can at least get the kill here. We'll see. So we'll call this guy to assist. Alright, got him killed. Let's get exposed on this dude. He's got retribution, so we don't want to have him shoot us back. Oh man, okay, so we're not that ultimate really kills us. Now if our home one was a little faster, we'd probably get our ultimate first and have a decent chance of actually getting through here. So we could heal. We may as well just do some extra damage instead. Now the funny thing is, eventually our Phantom will be the one doing more damage than the Ghost, but as it stands, this is fine. Eventually we'll get the RNG to work for this one, and then we can start farming Bastila and Slave 1. So don't really care about the completion on the second node, frankly. Pretty soon we'll unlock the third tier. Probably not going to make a huge difference, though. Alright, so it might drive you guys crazy, but I'm not going to try this last node until some later time. Now, one thing, let's real quick, let's look at my roster, just so you guys can see the progress that we're doing. We're about to hit a couple important kind of milestones. For instance, Bastila is done with her gear for now, for like a year, for a while. Gear 8 is more than enough for her. She does need to get one more leadership level, and then we'll get the rest of her abilities at least up to 7, probably not 8. Maybe a couple of them, like the buff duration is kind of nice to get an Omega on eventually. A lot of these though, like counter chance is nice, all this stuff. But we're not going to spend a Zeta on her leadership or anything. So right now, she's as geared as she needs to be. Stop at gear 8 for her. She's done. So we will continue to work on her star level, though. We need to get her up to 7 stars eventually. There's nothing Nothing mysterious about that. Otherwise, our Phoenix are coming along. Zeb has been 7 stars for a while. Ezra just hit 6 stars. Kanan is at 6 stars. Hera is at 5. We're working on her 6th right now. And eventually, once Hera is at 6, we'll go one more time. We'll bounce back to Ezra, then back to Hera. We'll get them up to 7 stars. Once they're done, then surprisingly, we're going to be working on TIE Fighter Pilot. TIE Fighter Pilot is an important character. And yeah, what we want TIE Fighter Pilot to have more stars, to have more gear. He'll get up to gear, I don't know, 10 or something like that. 9 or 10, because his ship is important for a long time. And if we continue to work on the Imperial fleet, we'll continue to have a stronger TIE Fighter pilot. Potentially, we'll even relic him at one point. One thing I do want to point out is I had the opportunity to unlock Admiral Piet, and I'm not, just because it's a new player series and this isn't going to be available to every new player in the future right away. I did want to point out, like, just because other new players aren't going to have the opportunity to gear these characters, we do need to still be, we need to have we need to be opportunistic, I guess is the word I'm trying to find. If there's a character that we can get from a marquee that's going to make an impact right away, we're going to do that. So I'm not going to buy more shards or anything, but did get him up to his 3-star level, leveled him up to 69, which is a great number apparently. And I did put some gear on him. I'm not going to go too crazy with the gear, frankly, but he's going to fit really well into a Palpatine or Vader lead squad, and those are characters that we're working on as much as we can as well. So, Piet will be nice. Pretty soon we'll unlock Dark Bastila, or Bastila Fallen, however you want to call her. She's going to be important to our plans eventually. See what Dengar needs to level up here. Okay, we want to save that piece. Dengar was eventually going to be very instrumental. Once we get him to 5 stars, he'll be right where we need him to be able to unlock Chewie eventually. So, that's good. We are still farming Sabine. It's going to take forever to get her remaining 3 stars once we hit 4, but we'll just keep trucking along. Eventually she'll be 7 stars, and she'll be very powerful on this squad. And let's see, we have gear 8 on Vader. We'll keep increasing that for a long time, until he doesn't have any other gear to apply, basically. Boba, I've stopped at gear 7, but eventually we will throw gear 8 on him. We'll start farming him kind of soon as well. We'll start getting his ship as well. We've been farming ship shards with him. And Anakin, we actually would have his ship unlocked if he was unlocked himself, which it's getting closer. So he will also be helpful to helping us with our Jedi. Eventually he'll be good on a Padme team. I got kind of lucky on these IG-100, the Magna Guard shards. I keep getting them in chromium packs, or bronzium, whatever they're called. So that's great. I actually just recently got another Veers here, so he's unintentionally at 4 stars, almost at 5. So we're actually to the point right now where we could almost accidentally try to unlock R2-D2. Imperial troopers. Yeah, let's see. I was like, wait, I swear I have more. Yeah, so check this out. We have Vader at 5 stars already, Palpatine at 5 stars, Thrawn at 5 stars, and then Veers is close to 5 stars. Snowtrooper keeps getting packs, so he keeps getting closer. Eventually, TIE Fighter Pilot or Tarkin is going to be our final person. The thing is, we don't need to unlock R2 very soon. He's important, but not so important to rush. So, real quick, let's find some places to spend our new loot. Oh, perfect. Dark Bastila, we haven't farmed her. We'll just spend the full 5. That keeps being what we get. We just get 1, maybe 2, and then that's it. So, eventually she's going to be great. Right now she's unlocked. She's unlocked. So, if you have a spare energy, just throw it on the shuttle. Sometimes that works. Pretty soon we should start actually unlocking new things. Okay, 76. Maybe light side. I wonder if that was supposed to be. Yeah, okay, 74. It's not 71. 71 does nothing for us. That's right. So, we're still in mod challenges. Real quick. No, I'm not going to do that. I've been trying one tier per day. Well, we can do that. Okay, so for tenacity, I've just been trying to get some of the lesser used nodes to start up so we can be done with them and ready to move on. So I just do 1 a day so I don't get burned out. So this is going to be pretty easy. We're actually equal levels here to these characters, so that's pretty bad news when you're facing Phoenix early game. Phoenix are super resilient, and these enemies are not, which is great. You know, an interesting story for those of you who are new players, you won't remember this. For those of you just starting a new account but you've played for a long time, you'll remember that actually each of these nodes required a specific faction to help you unlock. So like a lot of people are floating around with like level 70 Jawas because there's actually there's one of these nodes that requires Jawas to be able to actually farm it. I forget if I wonder if that's the crit damage one actually. It's kind of a funny side note. Like you used to need Jawas for something. Now we don't really need them for anything. Unfortunately, maybe we will for a future Mandalorian event or something. CG seems to be intent on making us farm characters that we don't need or want. Hopefully we get like some kind of a rework for the faction. We haven't had a faction rework for a very long time. Like since the new regime, since Carrie left, I'm almost convinced that we won't have a faction rework again because there's not much money in it. But that's me being pessimistic here. Let's call Hera for the assist so we get exposed, and then we can do an immediate hit. Do another expose. Oh, we almost got the stun. Almost as in like if we had hit. Unfortunate. Because that goes away. Let's do our big hit on Old Ben though. We can do our little hit with Chopper on this guy. We'll do double medium size hits. He's still the healthiest. So get the expose on him. Try to take him out and do a big chop on this guy. Alright. So we got the 3 stars. And then we've got an achievement, which is like pretty mediocre. But and some 3-star, 3-dot mods, which are even more mediocre. And now I'm not going to finish the rest of the tenacity yet. What we are going to do though, so I've been farming speed a lot. I need to go back. Crit damage is very important. Let's just spend all of our currency on this. Looks like we got a few potentially good crosses. I was hoping for a speed arrow, if I'm being honest. So let's do buy. I think we should be spending 3 refreshes a day on normal energy and at least 1 refresh a day on mods. Those are the 3. Those are the ones that I find absolutely essential for the long term good of this game. Ooh man, this could be a speed one. That would be so cool. It's probably defense, but maybe it's speed. So that's health. Oh, it's speed. Woo! And it's got some crit chance on it. That's a good mod. That'll be so good potentially. Ooh, and this one's offense. Good. Oh, and this could be our first big mod, guys. Let's go find out. Let's see if we can spike some good numbers here. So, The ones I want to work on here. Let's see. So Ezra does have the speed already, I guess. Well, we've already clicked on him. Let's just roll this. So some people say you should upgrade in increments of 3. I just go up to 12. I haven't noticed a difference. I have pretty good mods on all my accounts, so frankly, let's just see. Maybe it rolls. If we can get anything over 10, that would be amazing. It would be amazing to get over 20, though. Let's see. Oh no, nothing. Oh man, so much potential just wasted. All right, let's see what this guy gets us. See, that one gets us 8. It's already better than the other one. Gosh, so stupid. Mods are the most frustrating thing in this game sometimes, at least trying to roll them. Alright, so let's get this up to 9. Nothing. Up to 9. Okay, so we can have a speed increase potentially. Let's try it. Negative. We will hang on to that one though. And I'll put the lock on this one too, because any speed at this stage of the game is good. And okay, so I'm done with squares for a little bit here at least. Let's see. So our starting is only plus 5 speed. This one actually has speed on it already, so we can go up to 12 immediately. Didn't get it. Didn't get the speed increase. Bummer. But here, real quick, let's just see if any of these have speed already showing. None of them do. That's fine. So. Normally, I just go through and, ooh, we got speed on that one, so let's get it up to 12. All right, 7 speed is okay. Yeah, we'll hang on to that one for sure. Normally, I just go through all the different colors and upgrade them all at once, such as right now we have this. Ooh, okay, so let's lock this. This one is great because we don't have to roll it for it to have 30 speed. It automatically, if it's primary stat, it increases every level. So you see it goes up by 2 every level here. Well, boy, plus 1 some. And if we go up to 15, we get all the way up to 30. So we only got a crit chance once. We did get potency. This is a pretty good mod. So we need to find someone good to put it on. And honestly, normally I would just wanted to put it on Ezra. He already has a fast speed arrow. So we could just put it on Boba. Seems kind of like a waste, frankly. We might just hang out with that mod. Well, let's put it on Boba for now. We may as well not waste the mod. It's probably too good for him, though, frankly. So we reduced our speed because we took away the speed set that was on him, is what's going on there. Let's get this one up to 9, see what this is like. So what I normally do, what I was trying to explain before, I normally just go through my mods. See, all these plus 3s are just worthless. Like, they haven't spiked speed at all in the secondary stats. Let's see if this one does. Negative. Now we can go to our blues. This one's defense and could be trashed because it's a defense arrow. And let's see, 2 defense arrows. That's really frustrating. Now we're in greens already, so we'll mess around with this for a minute here. Now, one thing since the update, it keeps just bouncing to the very top of the mod, to the very top of the mod level. So I've just been going to the filter, and in the tier, I select the tier I want to look at. So the green one is called D level, or D tier. Look at that. Defense stat with speed. What a weird mix. It's not a good one. For arrows, we want offense, or potentially we want protection, health, offense, crit avoidance, or most importantly, for most of them, we want speed. Okay, cool. This one could spike speed here. Let's try it. Doesn't hit it, but we'll still lock it for now. Eventually, we will be getting rid of all these +5s. But that's way in the future. Crit Avoid could potentially be good. I want to start farming those up early on, and I'm actually going to save this just because it's Crit Avoid. Now, this is a frustrating thing. If you're doing mods, sometimes you just get this blue ring of death. And I guess death is a little bit extreme, but it means we do need to restart the game, unfortunately. So I'm going to pause it, and we'll get back into mods in just a sec. All right, folks. So we're back here. I don't want to spend much more time. Frankly, I don't want these videos to go too much more than half an hour. So this is already at 37 minutes, it says. So I guess the last thing I want to do here is just maybe find a couple replacement mods here. Just see what characters could potentially use them. Akbar we want, higher dot mods. Biggs we also want that. So this is a 4 dot mod with speed. We'll lock it for now. That will go away somewhat early. But for him, we want crit damage. That's the kind of thing we want. +8 on him is decent. It might almost be too good for him. But let's see. We could do crit chance as well. Okay, why don't we do... Well, we're almost out of credits here. You know what? Why don't we just hold off? We'll upgrade our character levels instead. This time, eventually we're going to need to mod Palpatine and Piet. We need to be farming more and more speed mods. Speed really, that's the kind of stuff that we need. Here, so let's filter here. We'll sort by speed. Let's see, speed set, and we also want potency. Those are the two stats that he wants. He wants to get his debuffs off. He wants to get speed. This one is a +5. Let's see if we can get something better than that. Probably not. Not so much. Oh, this one has 3 speed base. That's kind of nice. This is such a bad situation for old Palpy. Let's see if we can expand it. Let's get health involved. +5. We got 2 rolls and only got +5. We got 2 rolls and got +6. Jeez. All right, let's assign this. Not the greatest, but it is 5 dot. That'll sustain us for a little. 11 speed might be too good. Perfect. For now, this is perfect. We'll just keep it at level 12. Don't want to spend too much. +11. That might be too much. Ooh, let's see if this upgrades speed. Not so much. But let's see. You know what? This is potency, though. We already have health. Probably want a health mod on him. Let's do that. Let's do a 4 dot health. Okay, so now the rest of them have to be speed. Potency would be best. If it had potency and speed, that would be even better. For now, we'll just do this one. Let's see, offense. It would be nice to get some protection or something. It'd be nice to get any speed at all. Doesn't really look like it. Let's do up it to like 12, though. That isn't... Oh, we have like no money left, no credits. So let's do a 3 dot speed arrow on him. Not great mods on him, but that's what we need. So just need to get all of our characters modded eventually. So trying to get their one primary stat a little bit higher is great. In this case, Palpatine wants some speed, and then after that, just getting a match set is great. Or honestly, 2 unmatched that have good speed primaries or secondaries. So, anyways, folks, this has gone too long, and let's finish by getting 1 roll See how many we can get of Hera real quick. Spike some luck. Got exactly average. Perfect. Alright, get our achievement. And finish off the dailies. Alright, folks, I'm going to let you go here. Hope you learned something, at least. We're marching well on our way. We still have over a month to get into Grand Arena. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xerath prevails.